Rob Tom for Boxing Social, delighted to be joined by Callum Johnson. We're here in the immediate aftermath of Liam Smith's win over Sam Egerton. How you doing, Callum?
I'm good, man, I'm good.
Great show tonight in Liverpool.
It's been a fantastic show, been some great fights all the way through, and you know, Liam topped it off there, great performance there. I thought it was sensational, and Liam's someone I watch in the gym and admire his work, and you know, he impressed me again tonight.
Well said. We'll start at the top of the card and work our way down. Actually, we're in a bit of a rush, and we've done Smith-Egerton. What did you make of Fowler-Fitzgerald? Brilliant fight.
Great fight, great fight. I thought it was a fight of two halves. I thought Fowler was just nicking the rounds early on, and then I thought the second half, I thought Scott come on and started winning the rounds, and Fowler looked tired to me, and he looked like he struggled in them last few rounds, and Scott came on. Great fight, and I think it'll happen again, and I'm sure it's going to happen again, and I think it's going to be a great fight again when it happens.
What do you think Anthony needs to learn going forward from that fight? It seemed to me like he kind of ran out of ideas a little bit towards the middle round.
Yeah, maybe. He say doing the same thing from round 1 through to round 10, and I think Scott sort of worked it out a little bit. But it's not for me to say. I mean, it was a great fight. You know, if it had gone Anthony Fowler's way, nobody would have really questioned it. It was really close. But I think they'll both learn a lot from that fight, and they'll go away and come back, you know, even better, both of them.
What did you make of Cash Ali versus David Price?
I thought it was a strange one. You know, I think it looked like Cash Ali was really coming into it, and David looked like, you know, he started to like get a little bit tired, but why on earth he bit him down on the floor like that? Crazy behaviour, but again, people do stupid things in that boxing ring. But I'm pleased for Big David Price because I like him a lot, and I hope he does really well.
What about yourself? We've spoken about everybody else. You've played pundit. Now let's talk about yourself. Obviously, the last time we saw you in the ring against Shawnee Monahan, TKO after your fight with Beterbiev. What's going on with you? When can we expect to see you back in the ring?
Speaking 20 tonight, looking like July, maybe August, back out in America. Speaking of New York, in Madison Square Garden. So the opponent's been named, Joe Smith Jr. as a possible opponent. You know, so I'm just staying in the gym, staying ready, and you know, looking forward to going back out of the States and hopefully putting on another great performance.
Who would you say is currently the leading light heavyweight in the world? Take yourself out of it. Let's be humble for a second. Alexander Vosnik is boxing tonight. Well, obviously, it's a stacked division, my favourite division. Who would you say is currently the #1 at light heavyweight?
My opinion is Beterbiev. I believe he's the best out there at my weight. But you know, the top 4, you know, they're all beasts. You know, the top 10 are all good fighters, all top fighters. But again, I believe on my day, you know, I can roll with them boys, and I believe I can pull the upset win off against them boys on my day. But you know, I've obviously got to build my way to get the shot again, which I'm planning on doing. But you know, it's a stacked division. You know, world level, domestic scene, light heavyweight division really is a great division, and it's exciting for everybody.
Fight that's been heavily mooted recently is Anthony Yarde versus Sergey Kovalev. I know it's been made mandatory for the WBO title. First of all, do you think that fight happens?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not involved in the negotiations. With the sound bites I've heard from Anthony Yarde's camp, it looks like it might not happen because they're sort of setting boundaries. It probably can't happen. But who knows? I mean, I hope it does happen, and I hope he wins the fight, because at the end of the day, a world champion in Britain is only good for his British fighters.
Who do you see winning that fight if indeed it does take place?
I think I've Kovalev. You know, I do feel that Kovalev's coming to the back end of his career though, and he is ready for the taking. Can Anthony Yarde do that? I don't know. You know, it's yet to be seen. But you know, you can never write a fighter off, especially somebody who's got great power as well. Just
finally, last week we saw Josh Buatsi beat Liam Conroy in London. What did you make of his performance, and how far do you think he can go in the division? Again, another fighter. You know, I think he's going to go all the way. He's a great fighter. Looks sharp. If I'm honest, though, I didn't actually see the fight. You know, I've still not seen it. But again, no disrespect to Conroy. I mean, we all expected that to happen. Conroy's a tough, great fighter. Don't get me wrong, but we expected to happen what happened, and you know, Conroy's another one. You know, he's a great fighter, and he'll be in the world mix soon. Okay, well, Callum Johnson, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Congratulations on what you're doing with your career. It's been a real brilliant journey. We look forward to seeing the next chapter.
Cheers, thank you.